Hey everybody, this is Dennis joining the 2013 NSFL Super Bowl in progress. Um, just got back from the store, so didn't get a chance to see the beginning of the game, but it looks like uh, Dallas got the ball first. Um, oh, that's great, bud. He has the ball now. Thank you, bud. So 3rd and 18, he does an end run for 5 yards, and he'll have to punt. So we just missed two drives that ended in a punt. Very nice. Come on, closer. But see, you need to do that every time yourself, okay, bud? That looks really good. Really good. Just do that every time. Okay, so 10:30 left in the first quarter. Dallas will take over. They got the ball first to start the game, so Kansas City will get the ball first in the second half. The NSFL is a 16-team league using stock teams. So you'll see the actual Stratomatic stock cards. There we had a first down run, guessed right, off tackle by DeMarco Murray, stuffed for -1. So Kansas City's not afraid to call run. Murray has a chunky card. You see that long gain and +27 there on the edges. 2nd and 11, he throws flat for 5 yards. So it's guessed right on Romo's card, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. One thing that gives the Chiefs an advantage on defense, and I've played them 3 times with the Seahawks and lost each time, are those 6-rated linebackers. For this year, for the first time, the NSFL decided to turn on the wide die equals 6 rule and turn off the dump off rule. Now, what that's done is anybody who has 2 6s, 3 6s would be perfect, but 2 6s gives them an absolute advantage, especially this linebacking core where you can keep them home or blitz them. We got a quick out left to Witten, guessed right for +7. Now, what I mean by it helps them in 2 ways, because those Kansas City linebackers have such a high pass rush rating. So when you do bring them, if they get selected as the pass rush challenge, they can put the quarterback on his back. Inside run to DeMarco Murray on 1st and 10, stuffed for 0 yards. That would have been a short gain, guessed wrong. So good call by Dan there. The 2 coaches involved, the Chiefs are coached by Dan Thorhauer, and the Cowboys are coached by Tim Bollier. So here we go, 2nd and 10. Off tackle draw right to Murray. That is guessed right. Key, it comes out as a key because you call the draw, and it's recovered by Kansas City. So big play there by the Chiefs. A nice call. If you had just guessed right, you only had a 2 through 4, 11, and 12 chance for a fumble. But because he ran a draw, and at the same time the run call was in effect, it changes that to a key. Now, the reason why he was calling a draw, here's a first down pitch out right to Jamal Charles, guessed right. The reason he's calling a draw is I want to show you something. Oh, it's a fumble again. The Chiefs jump on it. It wasn't a key result, but it was guessed right. 2 through 6 and 12 is fumble. But Jamal Charles was able to recover his own fumble. Now, just real quick, if I have time, the Kansas City Chiefs have a really juicy 7-8 off tackle short gain. So the draw is a viable call just to get those inside running lanes opened up if you land on the D card. So here we go. 2nd and 13. The Chiefs are in a 2 halfback set. Sideline left to Dwayne Bowe. Nobody's in the zone. It will be guessed right, though, because there are 5 men in the line of scrimmage. So here we go. There's a sack chance, 27% sack chance. George Selvey against Eric Fisher. And it is no sack, guessed right for +8 on Dwayne Bowe's card. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. The Chiefs go back to a halfback fullback formation. That 2 halfback formation with 3 wide receivers, it replaces your 3rd target from Fasano to a better receiver, but all of your run block ratings will go down by 1. So it's a formation that you'll see him mix in. Here we got a slant to Fasano covered by a 0. Got 2 good sack chances, and it's hits one of those. 64% sack chance, Jason Hatcher. This could push him out of field goal range if it's a sack. It's not a sack. It's a long gain on the D card. That's a touchdown. 64% chance of a sack. Jeff Allen and his 4-rated pass blocking was able to keep that in play, keep the play alive, and it landed on the D-min, 3-min in zone for a long gain. So the Chiefs go from being pushed out of field goal range after a sack to scoring a touchdown. That's what Strata 7-0 Chiefs, 7:30 to go in the first. Those run calls has pushed Tim away from using the draw. 32% chance of a sack. 1st and 10 is a short pass, and it was trying to hit Jason Witten, but in comes Don Terry Poe. His challenge, the 6-rated nose tackle against the 4-rated Travis Frederick, resulted in a sack, but undeterred, Tony Romo looks for Terrence Williams on a bomb. One man in zone guessed right, and it hits the 3 roll plus 30. 2 through 7 split. 8 through 12 would have been incomplete. So that 2nd and 16 turned into a first down. 1st and 10 Dallas at their own 44. Dallas in a 2 tight end set. Screen left to Lance Dunbar. Guessed right. That's the interception split. It's not a pick, but there's a penalty on Kansas City. They'll be called for offsides. That'll move the ball up 5 yards. 1st and 5 Cowboys. Lance Dunbar checks into the game. Dunbar has a very gimmicky card. Oh, no, he doesn't. I'm thinking of the other Dallas receiver. Dunbar's pretty straight up. We got an off tackle to Dunbar. Guessed wrong for plus 5. Guessed right would have been -1. Who's the other Dallas running back? I guess I can't see that. He's got Lance Dunbar, DeMarco Murray, and Joseph Randall. Joseph Randall has the rake card that you might see in the game at different times. So 1st and 10, Cowboys in the Chiefs territory now at the Chiefs 46. 2 tight end set for the Cowboys, 3-4 standard formation for the Chiefs. Off tackle left to Dunbar. There's a man in zone, and that linebacker is Derek Johnson. I was going to say Derek Thomas, the old Chiefs stud Hall of Fame linebacker, but Derek Johnson's not too much below him. His rating is called on, his run rating is called on, and it is stuffed for -1. 2nd and 11. Same formations. DeMarco Murray in the game. Bomb to Terrence Williams. One man in zone against a run call. That one man in zone saved him. That if he had moved that free safety, that would have been a long gain. Look at that long gain card on the Chiefs. So you got 2 areas you want to hit the Chiefs. You want to go off tackle or line buck to try to get those big numbers with 0 men in zone. So you got to call draw once in a while, but you can't get burned as we saw in the fumble chance. Or hit them on the long pass when the free safety's out of the way. But that time he kept them home. 3rd and 11. Cowboys come out 3 wide. The Chiefs showing blitz. Now in NSFL, you can only show blitz on 3rd and 4th down. So 3-3-5 showing blitz. The Cowboys have excellent pass blocking. 7, 3, 4, 4, 7. So I shouldn't say excellent. They're excellent on their off tackle, but the other ones in the middle are vulnerable. So let's see what Dan decides to do. Well, we got a crossing pattern to Terrence Williams. We got the free safety and the middle linebacker coming. 0% sack chance. It must have gone against one of those offensive tackles. And it's a long gain sniper scope. That takes it inside the 10-yard line to the 7. That was a 40-yard gain. Mike DeVito against Tyron Smith. That's absolutely the worst possible matchup for the Chiefs. It has no chance of getting a sack, and it allowed Romo to pick out his target, hit that sniper scope, and open up a big play since the free safety was not in the zone. They're deep or short. 1st and 10, inside run to Joseph Randall. Linebacker in zone -1 or +4, that's -1. So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 8. There was a sack. There would have been a sack chance there if it was a pass, and he had called pass, but I think he called run, and it was a run. So good call there by Dan. Either way, the run pass call has no effect on the D cards. It's just all about the men in the zone. So 3-4, not showing blitz, slant to Gavin Escobar. Guessed right. 4 men in zone, and that's incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Now the Chiefs can let their blitzers go. They can show free safety blitz and bring some heat. This might be a time where you bring in a rate card like Joseph Randall. I'll show you his card in a second if he brings him in. He does not. He sticks with DeMarco Murray, who has a better pass blocking chance. Let's see if the Chiefs show blitz. They do. 3-3-5 showing blitz. Murray, for him to score here, he'd have to hit either a 7 on the line buck or one of the edge numbers off tackle or end run. Probably not going to happen. We got a sack chance. Justin Houston, but it's not a sack. Defender extra plus 15. Quentin Demps makes the play. His 4-rated pass rating makes the play. So that was 66% chance of a touchdown there. If it had been a 5 or a 6, that would have been a touchdown. The Chiefs hold them to 3. Big play there. And it was almost a sack. It was a 51% chance of a sack. So decent sack chance, as the contest was Justin Houston against Mackenzie Bernadou. So the Chiefs take over. Here they come out with a 2 halfback, 3 wide receiver set against the standard 4-3. And I told you where the Chiefs were vulnerable. Let's take a look at the Cowboys. We got a short yardage defense gets an off tackle. That's only going to pick up 1. The Cowboys are vulnerable with 3 men in zone. That's a nice juicy card with a low interception chance. Even 4 men in zone, that 5 and 6 completions, you can move the chains with that. Of course, the Chiefs quarterback, Alex Smith, is a flat pass wonderkin. So we'll see what he does. 2 halfback pitch out right to Jamal Charles. Guessed wrong, no men in zone. That picks up 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. It's important because it gets rid of containment. And you also see the Cowboys up front. They're pretty weak on their ratings. Hatcher has a nice pass rush rating, but you got 4-0-0 with a 5 on the end. That's DeMarcus Ware, 5-6. So 4-3 blitz, 3rd and 4. Look for a flat pass here. This is Smith's specialty. We'll see if Tim actually blitzes, or if he does blitz. It's a pitch out left to Charles. 0 men in zone, but going against a 5-rated defensive end. But it was a white die 6, so DeMarcus Ware, 66% chance of making the play, and he does not make the play. And that moves the chains for the Chiefs. 1st and 10. Jamal Charles has 22 runs left, nearing the end of the first quarter. Off tackle right to Jamal Charles. 0 men in zone. Guessed wrong. Picks up 4. So he hasn't really hit a big number for Charles yet. Charles only has 6 runs for 17 yards and a fumble. But he did recover his own fumble. So 2nd and 6, 2 halfback, 3 wide receiver set. Cowboys linebackers go 5-4-5 against the pass. Flair left to Anthony Sherman, and it's a run key against Charles. So let's see how this plays out. Guessed wrong, 0 men in zone, but it hit an empty spot on Sherman's card. Anthony Sherman was the target, so it hit a 7. Otherwise, that would have been a first down. 3rd and 6 now. So it just goes to show you, you're not always going to call it right. You can still get a good result if you make an incorrect call. I always look at that as players making plays. So that time, Anthony Sherman just couldn't catch it, or whoever was supposed to cover him was able to get back and knock it away. 3rd and 6. Chiefs go 3 wide. Charles in the backfield. Curl to Donnie Avery, single covered. Also, another house league in NSFL is you're only allowed to double 2 receivers. 32% chance of a sack. George Selvey against Eric Fisher. It is not a sack, but it's guessed right on the quarterback's card. 2-4 interception chance, and it's picked off. Stepping up and grabbing it is Orlando Scandrick. The Scandrick man. That doesn't make sense. The Scandal, Orlando the Scandal. Run call by the by the Chiefs, and it's a short pass, guessed wrong. Tony Romo has a nice guessed wrong short pass card. That would have been complete, guessed wrong, guessed right, or doubled. We got two tight ends set for the Cowboys who are in just about in field goal range now. Dan Carpenter's their kicker, I believe. Curl to Des Bryant being double covered, incomplete. Good call there by Dan. That would have been a completion if it was single covered. Let's look at the Cowboys. These guys are going at a fast pace. Yeah, Dan Bailey, not Dan. Really moving out to the 37. So here we go. 2nd and 10. Fly to Des Bryant. Single covered. Defender X covered by. The defender does not make the play. Covered by a 4, I believe. No, covered by a 5. Sean Smith. 60 in the play, but he doesn't as the white die 6 looms its ugly head. Ugly for the Chiefs, at least beautiful for the Cowboys as they take a 10-7 lead on the 36-yard connection from Romo to Bryant. Cowboys lead 10-7. It's a touchback. So the Chiefs turn the ball over and the Cowboys make them pay, turning that short field into 7 points. Second quarter, 13:48 to go in the half. 3 wide receiver, 2 halfback set. Off tackle right to Jamal Charles. 0 man in zone. Guessed wrong. He's got those nice short gains in the middle, but he doesn't hit him. Hits that +5. There's an offsides against Dallas. You got to accept that. Save a carry and move the ball up. 1st and 5 Chiefs at the Cowboys 25. They stay with that 3 wide receiver, 2 halfback set. Flare right to Sean McGrath. Single covered. 1 man in zone. But it's -3 on the Cowboys card. So the Cowboys have kind of a weak short pass card, but with the 6 wide dive rule and a good flat passer like Smith, you're tempted to just hit those flats. 4-3 defense, 2nd and 8. Crossing pattern to Dexter McCluster. He is being single covered. 3 men in zone for the Cowboys, but it hits the receiver reading and McCluster can't bring it in. So 3rd and 8. Has to be getting a little frustrating. Now, that would have normally been a dump off if we had been playing with the dump off rule, but we're not. So here we go, 3rd and 8. Chiefs go 4 wide. Cowboys go 3-3-5. Curl to Donnie Avery. Single covered. 4 men in zone, though. It's a scramble. Alex Smith does a must run for 9 yards. He has a decent must run card. Even better in the 2014 set. Remember, this is the 2013 championship. We're a year behind in NSFL. But that's still a nice card. And he's got 3 really big numbers there at the edges. And when it's 3rd and 8, you can pick it up 2 through 6. 1st and 10. Chiefs go out in a halfback blocking back set. Cowboys in the base 4-3. He moves the free safety up. It's a crossing pattern to Dexter McCluster. So there'll be 4 men in this short pass zone. There's a 0% chance of a sack. Remember, there is no dump offs here. So it's just kind of wasting time. Gets right on the quarterback's card. Incomplete. Guessed wrong would have been +13. So Tim's doing a good job of mixing up his run and pass calls. Inside run draw to Charles. Here's a draw. If it hits that fumble reading, it could be a fumble, but no, it's a key. Would have been +2, right or wrong, but -1 when it's key. 3rd and 11. Charles being contained today. 7 runs for 16 yards. Tim says, yeah, I'm going to make Alex Smith beat me. And so far, he hasn't been able to rise up and do it. 3-3-5. He's got those. That must run number on 2-3-4 would help, but otherwise it's not going to work. It's a bomb to McCluster. He's single covered. We've got defensive back in zone extra +34. And Barry Church and his 4 rating steps up and slaps the ball down. If he had moved that free safety, it would have been defender X or long gain, but I think he was covered by a 4 anyway. So it's a 48-yard punt picked up on by Dwayne Harris, who returns it 4 yards. The Cowboys will take over with the lead and the ball. Cowboys 10, Chiefs 7. Two tight end sets, slant to Jason Witten, single cover, but guarded by a 6. Doesn't matter. Tony Romo threads the needle, hits him. Kendrick Lewis comes over to help bring him down. The Chiefs secondary goes 5-6-5, so it's pretty stout with a 4 free safety. It's a pretty good defensive lineup. Off tackle left to Lance Dunbar. It was a fumble split, but did not hit it. But still, 0 yard gain, guessed wrong. That'll happen on a 5 and an 8 for Randall off tackle or for Dunbar. DeMarco Murray checks in. He's got 17 carries left. 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends set for the Cowboys. Off tackle left to Murray. There's a man in zone, but it's guessed wrong. Murray has that chunky card, so in the middle, it's not gonna do too much. He only picks up 3 yards, guessed wrong. So 3rd and 7. Murray stays in the game, 3 wide. Out goes Gavin Escobar. In comes Cole Beasley as the slot receiver. The Chiefs are not showing blitz. Slide to Des Bryant, single cover. There'll be 0 man in zone on this long pass, and it hits it. I told you that's where you hit the Chiefs. Long gain, 48 yards. Roman to Bryant. That connection's worked twice today on deep pass. One for 36-yard touchdown we saw earlier, and now that one for 48 yards. That puts the Cowboys inside the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Chiefs' 11 run call. But the offensive play is a slant at Gavin Escobar, incomplete. 2nd and 10. 2 tight end set for the Cowboys. 3-4 for the Chiefs. DeMarco Murray is the setback. Check on the broadcast. Seems to be doing good. It's a quick out left to Witten. Guessed wrong, but it goes in the D card. 1 man in zone. It did not hit the 6. If it had hit white die 6, that would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Now the Chiefs are allowed to blitz. Let's see if they do it. You might see Romo try to hit that flat pass, knowing that those outside linebackers are coming. If it's an offensive tackle reading, the Cowboys are in good shape. If it's anybody else, they're not in good shape. He just brings a free safety slant to Jason Witten. Defender X or plus 15. Eric Berry says, not in my house, and knocks the ball away. So hold them to a field goal. That's important. The Chiefs are trailing, but they're only down a single score. Penalty flag on the field. Running to the kicker call against the Chiefs. That would only bring up 4th and 5, so Tim declines it, keeps the points on the board, and it's a touchback. Dan Bailey doing his job. So 13-7. The Cowboys lead, but the Chiefs have the ball. 7 minutes left in the half. They can drive and get a go-ahead touchdown here. Flare left to McGrath, throwing at that 4 linebacker. Still, the 6s are not coming up today. Haven't seen that 6 wide die come up too often. That's only plus 1, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Dan's avoided trying to hit that short pass card. I think that's a mistake. The Cowboys against a 3-minute zone is not that great. Screen right to Charles, 1 man in zone. He's a 4-rated linebacker. Let's see if it's guessed right on the quarterback's card for plus 6. So look at that flat card. That flat pass card isn't actually that great. I'm thinking of the 2014 Alex Smith card. The 2013 Alex Smith card is average, I would say. Does have a low pick chance, but 3rd and 3. Chiefs come out in a halfback blocking back set. It's a run call by the defense, a slant to Fasano. Alex Smith lets his team down. Guessed wrong. No, nothing there. So 4th and 3 has the punt. 6 minutes left. So, it's a bad punt too. Only 36 yards. It does roll, get a friendly roll for 5 yards. So Not too, it could have been worse, not too bad. Here we go, 1st and 10. Cowboys take over in the 32. They would love to drive and get a score here and eat up the remaining time in the half. That's the plan. Quick out right to Witten, no men in zone. Everybody's coming. It's on the D card, but it's only a plus 7-yard gain. Could have been a lot worse. If he had left him home, he would have had an interception chance. Or if he had put 2 men in zone, that would have been a straight pick. Second and 3, Dunbar checks it in. So Tim trying to spread out the carries between Dunbar and DeMarco Murray. Crossing pattern to Sean Williams. It's a pass. Defender X or plus 15. Eric Flowers slaps the ball down. Sets up a 3rd down. Tim has a nice run blocking offensive line. 5-5-5-4-6 with a 6 tight end. So he can pound the ball a little bit. Romo does have a nice flat pass card. And it's a curl to Bryant against the run call. Plus 14. He would have had to double cover him to stop that from being a completion. But he did not. 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Chiefs 47. Run to DeMarco Murray. 1 man in zone. Okay, go. 3:36 to go in the half. So Tim's doing exactly what he wanted to do, eating up the clock, driving the ball. Even if he just gets a field goal out of this, he'll feel good going up 16-7. 2nd and 6. This is a key 3rd down conversion time. It's a run call. Guessed right. Loses a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 7. This, if he can stop him here, he'll force him to punt, and at least he'll still be in a score. Remember, the Chiefs get the ball first in the second half. 3rd and 7. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Pass on 3rd and 7. Romo looked for Terrence Williams, couldn't find him as it hit a blank on the D card. So that'll bring up a punt. Good job by Dan. 35-yard punt, and it was a coffin corner. It dribbled 11. So 2:24 to go in the half. The Chiefs are deep in their own territory. They want to at least pick up a few 1st downs and not give the Cowboys another shot. They'd love to go down and get a touchdown, maybe a big play, Charles end run, a bomb. We haven't seen many bombs today. Off tackle right, Jamal Charles guessed wrong. Still hasn't hit that short gain yet. And it backs it up. It would have been a 3-yard gain. So I think I'd rather have the carry back, even though you lose 5 yards. 2:24. Charles is just not rolling on his card at the right time. And when he does roll on it, he's not hitting the big numbers or the short gains. Off tackle left to Charles, 0 minute zone. Only picks up 1. Guessed wrong rung on Charles's card, and he only gets 1. 8 runs for 17 yards. That'll take the time down to 2 minutes to go in the first half. You got to feel a little frustrated if you have a premium running back like that and you just can't seem to hit that number. But you got to stick with it, especially if you think he's going to call pass. But Tim's been mixing in the run calls too. That's partly why he has run for so little yardage. Pitch out right to Charles, guessed wrong. This, if he hits an edge here, it could be a big play. It's a fumble. The Cowboys come up, knock the ball out. Charles is having just a horrible day. He fumbles the ball for the 2nd time. This time he loses it as Justin Durant knocks it out, and Sean Lee picks up the loose ball. guessed wrong. Look at those numbers he could have hit. 46, 35, long gain, short gain. None of them. He lands on that dreaded 5 and turns the ball over. First and goal, Cowboys at the Chiefs 7, 152 to go in the half. Whatever happens here, you want it to happen quick if you're the Chiefs coach, so you can still have a chance for another drive. Inside run to Lance Dunbar. Short gain, touchdown. So there he gets his wish. I'm sure Tim is happy with the touchdown, but he would have loved to use up a little bit more of the clock. You can't panic here if you're Dan. There's still time to drive down, get a score, and the Chiefs get the ball back first. Get the ball first in the second half. 1:37 to go in the half. It's a touchback. So the Chiefs have all 3 timeouts. They only need to go 80 yards for a touchdown. Totally doable with this rule set and this personnel. The question is, will Dan be able to keep his cool? Tim goes to a 3-3-5. Now he could still mix in a run call here, but that looks juicy in the middle if you're Dan. Pitch out right to Jamal Charles, 0 defensive end, no man in the zone. There's that short game for the first time. He should have been running out of bounds. He did not, so he'll have to either call timeout or hurry. He goes to the hurry up. That was an 18-yard pickup. That did double his yardage. More than double it. By going hurry up, he also keeps the Cowboys in a 3-3-5. But you could still see him, call a run here. So you don't want to just count on being able to run it at will. But he does. Off tackle right to Jamal Charles. 16-yard pickup on the D card. Remember, if there's a 4-3 or even a 3-4 that moves to a 3-3-5, that those little brackets there will add an additional 10 yards onto any run. So 1st and 10, Chiefs use a timeout. They're at Dallas's 46. Plenty of time to get in the end zone here. 3 wide receiver, 2 halfback. Standard 4-3 for the Cowboys. Square out left to Avery. 1 man there, guessed right. And the 4-rated Bruce Carter slaps the ball down. That would have been a short gain otherwise. So it seems like the lower-rated defensive players are making the play, and the higher-rated ones, the 5s, are giving up some big plays. Pitch out right to Jamal Charles. It's guessed right now. He called run, and it picks up 4 yards. That had been guessed wrong. It would have picked up 4 yards. So still good for Tim. So Dan doesn't get comfortable knowing that he can run guessed wrong all day. 12 runs for Charles for 55 yards. Those 2 fumbles, one of them led directly to 7 points. Remember that the other one was the other Cowboys touchdown was off of an interception around the 40. So they've gotten 2 turnovers and turned them into 14 points. 3rd and 6. Blocking back halfback set against in the pistol against the standard 4-3. End run to right to Alex Smith, guessed wrong. Smith has a nice end run card. He hits a short gain, but it was 3rd and 6. And Bruce Carter, again, those low-rated players, his rating made the roll on containment. It would have been contained on a 1 or 2, and it was a wide die 2. So 4th and 2 now. The Chiefs are going for it with 45 seconds left. Blocking back halfback, not in the pistol. It's a run call in the defense, crossing pattern to Dwayne Bowe. It's a short pass. And it hits the interception split. Unlikely. He'll just knock it down, I think. No, he makes the interception. Maybe he's going for the return. Let's see what happens. Tried to advance it, but could not advance it. So the Cowboys will take over on their own 25. Horrid day for the Chiefs. Jeff and Jamal Charles. Not really fault of their own. The coaching, just some bad rolls. There you have a 2-3 and 12 split. He had a lot of chances to pick up that first down against the run call, but it just didn't happen. Joseph Randall checks into the game. Now, this is the guy I was telling you about that has a little bit of a free card. Let's look. Oh no, that's next year's set. It's just a normal call card this set. It's slant to Gavin Escobar, single covered. Personal foul tacked onto it. So that was a 28-yard gain in total. 15 yards on the pass, or 13 yards on the pass and 15 yards on the penalty. So 1st and 10, 3 timeouts left, only 30 seconds left. The Cowboys can get another score here. 3-3-5 for the Chiefs. Chiefs are on their heels. They've had to handle a lot of adversity in this game so far. Off tackle draw to Murray. So 0 minute zone. If he hadn't called the draw, that would have been 1 minute zone. That would have still not been a fumble, but it would have been -1 instead of +4. So 5-yard difference there. The Cowboys will call timeout. 22 seconds left in the half. 20-7 Cowboys. Desperation time for the Chiefs here. They need to hold him out of field goal range. Remember, the field goal range for Dan Bailey goes out to 38. So here we are, Chiefs at the 43, maybe a little longer with variable field goal range. Crossing pattern to Terrence Williams, 4 minute zone, guessed right, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. That was incomplete no matter what. Wrong, right, or doubled. 3rd and 6, 2 tight end sets against 3-3-5. Now the run rating of these guys, 6.5.6. So you want to run off tackle. He does off tackle draw, hoping to break contain. It's a short gain on the D card. I told you that's where you hit the Chiefs. That easily takes it into field goal range. Hard to call run there, knowing that you have containment in your back pocket, but that would have stopped it. Hindsight's 2020. 8 seconds to go in the half. Dallas calls his timeout. They have a shot at the end zone, but they might not take it because if a penalty happens with only 1 second left on the clock, they could lose their field goal chance. So look for Bailey to line it up. Put the Cowboys up 23-7. Nope, scratch that thought. He is going to take a shot at it, hoping to hit the short gain on an off tackle again, or maybe a linebacker. So I told you the draw is still a viable strategy here because of the Chiefs D card. Tim is studied up and he's well versed on what their weaknesses are. 2 tight end, off tackle right to Joseph Randall, hits the short gain again. Oh, it stopped at the 1 yard line. 1 second left. Timeout. 16-yard run on first down from the 17. 1 second left. Do you try to pound it in against this weak Chiefs run defense? But with 2 minute zone, there's a lot of chances that you won't get points. I think Tim's going to take a field goal here. It's important to go up 3 scores, and this pretty much puts you up 3 scores. Put you up 16, so you need two touchdowns, 2-point conversions, and there it is. Dan Bailey comes out. A bit unlucky not to get that extra yard to get the touchdown. There's a penalty here. Offsides by Dallas, but it was a dead ball foul, so he'll get another shot at it. If it had been a different type of penalty, the time could have ran off the clock. If there's another penalty, the kick's good. If it's on the Cowboys, that'll take the points off the board, but it's offsetting penalty, so he gets another shot. Oh, my. 3rd time's the charm here for Bailey. He hits it, no penalty, so 23-7 Dallas. So there we go. The Cowboys will kick off to the Chiefs. This game's still not over, but that was a brutal second quarter for the Chiefs as they were outscored 20-7. So there they go. Touchback. The Chiefs will take over on their 20. Tim is 30 minutes away from a Super Bowl title. Tim lost the Autumn Wind Super Bowl to Claude and the Montreal Alouettes in a draft league I'm in. And lost the Somifa Super Bowl to me in another draft league. So is the 3rd time the charm for Tim. Quality coach, as you can tell, being in all these Super Bowls. So here we go. Who's going to get those big plays? That will determine this game. Off tackle right to Jamal Charles, no man in zone. Picks up 6. There's a difference between the Chiefs and the Cowboys. The Chiefs, if they had no man in zone, would give up a short gain on that roll. 2nd and 4. Chiefs trailing by 16 points. Off tackle left to Jamal Charles. Tim seems a little content to let him use up his carries, remove some of the danger. He's still 70 yards away from a touchdown or so only 13 carries left for Charles. That's going to be tough. Off tackle left to Charles. Short gain. Finally, it's that short gain. That moves it up 18 yards and gets Charles looking pretty decent now, 15 runs for 84 yards. But again, he's running out of carries. 3 wide receiver, screen right to Charles. One man's still there, but Charles is designated coverage guy's not there. So on a receiver reading, it would have been guessed wrong. But it's guessed. Remember, you can only double team 2 guys. And I think he did have 2 guys double team there. To keep an eye. It's easy for us coaches to forget the restrictions at times. 2nd and 4. Off tackle left to Charles. There's a man in the zone. Offensive onside tackle +7 +2. And Brandon Albert's 5. Again, the 5s are not making the rolls. A lot of white dice 6s there. Would only made a 1 yard difference without a man in the zone, but that would have been a first down if he had made the block. 3rd and 2. Look for Tim to either key or double team here. He does key inside run to Charles, and he is being keyed. On the offensive cards, this is stuffed, but it's a D card. Linebacker in zone +1 and +6, and the free safety moves from his rating, which is a 4 to a 0. Still wouldn't have made the play, but something to keep in mind. If we're not using the split ratings in this league. But when I was giving you those run ratings before, really the pass rating is the only rating we use. Fly right to Sean McGrath. Guessed right for -2. Now that had been a run, that would have hit one of Charles's edges and could have been a really big play. You hate to miss those opportunities. Smith is only 8 of 19 today for 56 yards. Not having a good day. Crossing pattern to McCluster. It's a run call. Defender X are +15. Jeff Heath cannot make the play. So that picks up the first down. Big play there. You at least want to get a field goal out of this so you can get back to 2 touchdowns, without having to worry about pick up 2-point conversions. Crossing pattern to DeBow, +13. That takes it to the 11. Now Smith is starting to heat up. One more of those and it's a touchdown. Tim's called run twice. Will he go back to the pass call? Well, the Chiefs keep throwing it short. Will they go to a run call off tackle, trying to hit one of those short gains? Crossing pattern to Bo. 3-minute zone. It's going to be guessed right in the quarterback's card. Doesn't matter. Alex Smith zeroes in on the target. +12 touchdown. 23 to 14. The Chiefs get exactly what they need on that opening drive. They're back on the board after being outscored 20 to 0 in that second quarter. Ryan Suckup nails the extra point, and we have a 9-point game. Now the Chiefs defense needs to make a stand. They do that and get the ball back, they're in good shape. Cowboys take over on their own 20. 2 tight end set against a 3-4. Quick out left to Witten. It's a pass call. Guessed right on Romo's cards incomplete. It would have been incomplete, wrong, right, or double. Romo's got that weakness there on a 7, I think on the short pass too. 2 tight end set again, 2nd and 10. pass to Des Bryant, 3-minute zone. Defender X or plus 15. Sean Smith knocks it down, setting up 3rd and long. Rome was 11 for 24 today, so not so great on the completion percentage, but look at that yardage. 225 yards as he's hit Des Bryant twice for big gains. Let's see if he goes for a 3rd time. It's 3rd and 10. Cowboys come out 3 wide. The Chiefs go 3-3-5, not showing blitz. Bomb to Terrence Williams, not being double covered. It hits that 1-man in zone plus 30. There's a holding call on the Chiefs. That'll be declined. So Romo dialing up the deep ball over and over again. It's the 2nd time today he's hit that plus 30 on a 2-7 split. So 7 might not be a good number for Romo on his own card, but certainly it's turning out to be a good number on the D card so far, at least when it comes to split ratings. Inside run to Murray, 0-minute zone, and the linebacker's been shifted. The result is center plus 7 or plus 3, and Travis Frederick makes the block. His 5 rating matches up against the 4 wide die roll. 2nd and 3. The Cowboys convert a 3rd and long again, 2nd time today that they've done it with a long pass. 2nd and 3, off tackle right to Dunbar, 2-minute zone, guessed right. No yards gain. So as juicy as that 7-8 roll is, if you get 2-minute zone, not so hot. Look at that high fumble chance, a lot of empties and a lot of negatives. 3rd and 3, Murray in a 2 tight end set. The Chiefs 3-4 not showing blitz. Look for a flat pass here. Screen left to Murray. Guessed wrong, plus 21. That's not just the first down. That takes him into scoring range as the Chiefs were looking for them to pound the ball, and the Cowboys said, no thanks. Just going to dink it over your heads. 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Chiefs 22. Chiefs have got to hold them to a field goal here. You just cut that lead from 16 down to 9. You don't want it to go back up to 16 again. 12 points is at least manageable. Guessed wrong. It's a run call to slant to Witten, but it hits his one empty spot on guessed wrong on his receiver reading. So bad luck there for Tim. 2nd and 10. 7:12 left in the 3rd quarter. Run call, slant to Gavin Escobar, guessed wrong, plus 11, 1st down. So Dan's on the horns of a dilemma here. He wants to stop the passing game of the Cowboys, but he knows that they can gash him up the middle on the D card. Wait a minute, it's a slant to Gavin Escobar against a run call. In the end zone, it's picked off. Kansas City picks it off right in front of the E of the Chiefs logo, and they do not bring it out. They decide, no, do not advance it. And they'll take over the 20, so they've stopped the drive. And not only did he not get a touchdown, but they did not get any points. And it's a 9-point game. Screen left to Jamal Charles. Guess right, 1-man in zone. Incomplete. Would have been plus 9. Guess wrong. Let's look at the Chiefs' interception return card. Sometimes even deep in the end zone, it's not bad to return that. Where's that special? Interception return has a touchdown on 5, so I might have taken that out. Plus 52 on 4. It's a run call, crossing short pass to Dexter McCluster, incomplete on the interception split. But see, the Chiefs' interception split is much better for turning the ball over, for grabbing those picks, whereas the Cowboys are a little bit weak when it comes to interceptions. All of this is based on the statistics from that 2013 season. 3rd and 10, big 3rd down here. How is it run call? Guess wrong. He's not getting those rolls. 4, 5, 6, 11, 12. Even the receiver readings can be decent. The 7, defender X, crossing banner to Dwayne Bowe, not being double covered, 3-minute zone. Defender X or plus 15, he gets it. As Brandon Carr can't make the play. His 4 rating did not match up against the white die 1, or the white die 4, excuse me. The white die 5. His 4 rating did not match up to the 5. 1st and 10, the Chiefs are out to their 35. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Down and out to Charles. There's some pass rush pressure here if it's a sack chance. 3-minute zone. If it's not, it's a must run. Plus 22. Alex Smith breaks off a long one, and now they're nearly into field goal range. 1st and 10, Chiefs. Now it's starting to move a little bit as he's going after that short pass card of the Cowboys. You got to know whether your opponent is weak and try to hit him there. Off tackle left to Jamal Charles, being keyed, but there's no men in that zone, so it's plus 6. He's keying to the right, and it was an off. You got to have a man in the zone for it to be keyed correctly, and also for it to read on this one linebacker. Zone guard, run to the right. 2nd and 4. More importantly, Charles has only 9 unfatigued runs left. Square out left to to Dexter McCluster, incomplete. You gotta throw short. These flats aren't working so far. What do I know? He knocked me out, beat me 3 times, so I better not second guess him too much. 3 wide receiver, 2 halfback set, 3rd and 4. The Chiefs just outside field goal range. This is 2-down territory here, folks. Let's see what they do with the first one. Cowboys are in a standard free 3-4. Deep to Jamal Charles, 1 man in zone. It's going to be guessed right. Sack chance, but it's a 0% sack chance as Brandon Albert has an excellent pass block rating against DeMarcus Ware's average pass rush rating. It hits a long gain on a 3 roll. That's a big play, 33 yards down to the 4-yard line. Oh my stars and garters, as Tom Cook would say. Low chance of a hit, but he hit the right roll. Right off tackle right to Charles, being key to the yard. Don't forget you have that end run for Smith. Also, you could pass it here. 3-minute zone, that card is not that great for the Dallas Cowboys. He's not going to be able to show blitz here. Fasano covered by a 0. Bo covered by a 4. Charles covered by a 4. Short pattern to Sean McGrath covered by a 4. Run call hits a blank. Third and goal now from the 5. So now you're, again, remember Charles only had 9, so now he only has 8 unfatigued carries. You almost want to go full house just to give the defense another run option to think about. But look for the Chiefs to try to pass it in here. That's been how their offense has gotten going in the second half. The Cowboys show blitz. Charles is a 2 pass blocker and McGrath is a 2 pass blocker. So if that free safety challenge comes up, it's a good chance for the Cowboys to get a sack and in this threat. Charles is good off tackle and linebacker and decent in run too. It's an off tackle right to Jamal Charles, no man in zone, picks up 4. 4th and goal at the 1. Decision time for the Chiefs. They said, nah, not even going to hesitate. We're going for it. Are they going to go to Niall Davis, Jamal Charles, or Alex Smith? Or are they going to try to pass it? I think he's in a for that. It is a sneak to Smith. It's a run call. +1 touchdown. He would have had to key him to stop that. And that's tough to do when you have Charles and Davis in the backfield as other options. So now that 16-point lead at half, it's gone, folks. It's now a 2-point lead. We got an offside call on the extra point. Dallas, it's declined and accepted on the kickoff. So 16-point lead is disappeared in the third quarter. So as bad as the second quarter was for the Chiefs, the Cowboys have had a rough go of it, throwing a pick, which ended a drive and giving up a long drive. Third long conversion hit that guess right card on Alex Smith's card. So here we go. Off tackle right to Murray, guess wrong, +2, but there's a penalty. Flagrant face mask. The Chiefs caught grabbing, and that moves the ball up to the 37. 23-21. The Cowboys still have the lead. Now they need to make sure they don't panic. They just need to keep grinding out those first downs. Find the end zone again to reestablish their 2-score lead. Pitch out right to Murray. Guessed wrong. 0-minute zone. +1. So Murray hasn't hit any of his chunky runs either. 13 runs for 57 yards. Did have one big run earlier, but he hasn't really hit those consistently. He hit that short gain on the D card. It's a bomb to Terrence Williams, 1-minute zone. No chance for a sack, so let's see where it'll land on the card. Interception split, and the Chiefs secondary picks it off, and they return it up to midfield, just past midfield. So they're going to take over the Dallas 48. Oh my. So the second quarter was a nightmare for the Chiefs. The third quarter is a nightmare for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 Chiefs. They go 3 wide, 2 halfback, down and out to Charles. 3-minute zone on the Cowboys card. Should be good if they land on that D card. 0% chance of a sack as Nick Hayden can't get past Jeff Schwartz. His Schwartz is bigger than Hayden's, and it hits the 6 on the D card. Now he's almost in field goal range. 23-21 Cowboys. The Chiefs are driving. Halfback, fullback set against a 4-3. A curl to Dexter McCluster against short yardage defense. That should be another good play. It does pick up 12. Easily inside field goal range. But remember, just because you get inside even the red zone doesn't mean you're going to score. We've seen a couple turnovers inside the red zone. So let's see what happens. We're just starting the fourth quarter. Cowboys have led since the second quarter. Curl to Donnie Avery. Tim looking to cough the ball up on a key. +15. That takes it inside the 10-yard line to the 9. 1st and goal. So again, Alex Smith has caught fire here. Remember, at the halftime, he had less than 100 yards passing. Had a couple of picks. It wasn't looking too hot. But in this third quarter, he's really heated up. 1st and goal. Crossing pattern to Dwayne Bowe. Not being double covered. There'll be 3-minute zone. Interception split. Oh, if he had thrown that to Dexter McCluster, it would have ended the threat. It would have been picked off. My, oh my. It just shows you that coaching can make a difference. Not that Tim made a bad call by double teaming McCluster, but it was within his power to stop the drive right there if he had double teamed the right receiver. 2nd and goal at the Dallas 9. 2 halfback, 3 wide receiver set. Alex Smith is in the pistol. It's an end run right to Smith. 0-minute zone. If it hits, goes for 5 yards, takes it to the 4. So he's not going to be going for it on 4th and 1 here. If he gets a little closer, he'll kick the field goal and take the lead. But 3rd and goal at the 4. Big play here. If you go for an end run and there's no minute zone, you can get it if you land on the D card. Tim showing blitz. Got blocking back halfback set. Smith in the pistol. Off tackle Charles, end run Smith. Short pass, hoping to catch him in a run call. It's an inside run to Jamal Charles being correctly keyed, so that's going nowhere on the offensive cards, but on the defensive cards, it could have got a touchdown or it landed there on 7. But it's stuffed. So like I said, he'll take that field goal, he'll get the lead and be happy. And there it is. The Chiefs go from being 16 down to being 1 up. 12:36 to go. Tim's got to be happy he made that stand too. It's a lot of good plays in this one. This is an exciting Super Bowl, folks. Cowboys will take over at their 30 after a 25-yard return by Terrence Williams. Tim says he'll be right back. He's going to grab a drink or something. I think I might do the same. Hold on. All right, we're back, folks. Off tackle run left to DeMarco Murray. Guessed right. Only picks up a yard. No blocking back there to test. So no way he was going to go for 6. Only a 4. He needed to be blocking back in there. 2nd and 9. Screen left to Murray. Run call. Hits that empty spot on Romo's card. Incomplete. 3rd and 9. Now the Chiefs can let those blitzers go crazy. Dan does not show blitz. Crossing pattern to Cole Beasley. No pressure. It's going to be incomplete on the quarterback's card. Looking for the second high linebacker on the test, but there wasn't a second high linebacker there. So the Cowboys will punt. Their offense has gone stagnant in the second half. Well, except for that long drive that ended in an interception. That wasn't a matter of being stagnant, just having some bad luck there at the end. Dexter McCluster returns to 6 yards. He has a nice punt return card. It's one of his small numbers, but still. So the Chiefs take over. 1st and 10. Charles is down, I think, to 7. No, excuse me, 6 on fatigue carries. Will that be enough? Blocking back halfback says slant to Anthony Fasano with a run call. One linebacker coming. Hits a blank on the quarterback's card. So Tim, trying to save some of those premium carries by Charles, throws it and hits it incomplete. Smith 16-33 today for 182, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Crossing pattern to McCluster, 2 good chances for sacks, but there's no D on the white die, and that hits the D card's 3-minute zone for plus 12. That's where you attack the Cowboys. Just keep throwing those short passes. 9:54 to go in the game. Chiefs have the ball at their own 39. 4-3 defense. Joe cover for 3-minute zone. It's the 7, but there's a hold on the Chiefs. And that's going to back the ball up 20. Penalties can play a big part on ending drives. Let's see if the Chiefs can pick up this first now. 6 carries left for Charles. It's a bomb to Dwayne Bowe. He's looking to get that first down and wipe out that penalty yardage in one fell swoop. Guess wrong. Hits the receiver card. Dwayne Bowe for plus 25. He doesn't have a great receiver card. That's all, but he rolled that lucky number when he needed to. In the Super Bowl, pulls down a 25-yard completion on 1st and 20. Big play there for the Chiefs. Slant to Fasano against a run call. So Tim worried about that Jamal Charles trying to stomp out the game with some first downs, but he's giving up first down after first down to Alex Smith and company. Smith now up to 234 yards passing. 1st and 10 inside field goal range. Chiefs at the Cowboys 31. Crossing pattern to Bowe. Barry Church comes down and double teams Avery. It's a fumble on the quarterback's card, but it looks like the Chiefs have gotten it back. They have. They do not advance it. That could have been a huge play. Must run. We seen him. The must run come through for him for a 22-yard gain. That was almost. He almost turned the ball over there. 2nd and 11. Back out to Dallas's 32-yard line. He's got to be worried about the key. Tim's been keying aggressively. So maybe a flat pass here. It does. Screen left to Charles against the run call. 23 yards. There's that white die 6 we haven't seen very much today. That's a first down and then some. That takes it inside the 10-yard line. The Chiefs are on the verge of going up by 8. Blocking back halfback in the pistol. So he can go off tackle. It's an inside run to Jamal Charles being keyed. If it's a fumble split, it could be bad. Nope, backs it up to the 7. That's probably something Tim didn't want. Now the flat passes are back in play. You can't throw a flat pass inside the 10-yard line. Second and goal from the 10. Look for Tim to flood the flats here. Maybe a look-in pass might be a good call. It's a crossing pattern. 2 good sack chances for the Cowboys, but if it's on their D card, it's not going to be good. Oh, it's a 72% chance as Jason Hatcher's challenge against Jeff Allen comes up. 74 showing on the random die, so no sack. Wow. Jeff Allen's held his ground twice in big critical situations against Jason Hatcher. And that's going to bring up third and goal at the 10. Cowboys showing blitz. Chiefs pass blocking is not the greatest. So they'll have 3 good chances if they bring free safety, maybe more if they bring a linebacker. 7-12 to go in the game. Short pass to McGrath, single covered. 42% chance of a sack thanks to Barry Church's free safety pass rush rating. And this is down goes Smith back to the 19. The field goes up and good. So instead of an 8-point lead, he'll have a 4-point lead, which is important. Dan Carpenter or Dan Bailey is an excellent field goal kicker. Ryan Suckup nails it for a touchback, and the Chiefs take over on their own, or the Cowboys take over on their own 20, needing to drive for a touchdown to win the game. First and 10, 2 tight end set against the 3-4. .636 to go in the game. Score out left to Bryant. There's a man there still. He's being single covered, and it's +7. Second and 3. So for all the bad luck that Tim's had in the second half, a long drive for a touchdown would go a long way to putting that behind him. Romo, 15 of 33 for 294. He was red hot in the first half. Off tackle right to Murray. Guessed wrong, +7. First down Cowboys. All it needs is for Murray to hit one of those big runs, and they can take the lead. Out to their own 34. 2 tight end set against 3-4. That's been the matchup on defense. You've seen the Chiefs mix it up a little bit, but the Cowboys have been pretty standard. Nose tackle, 0 or +5, and Don Terry Poe makes the play, stops it for no gain. So as good as those 7-8 numbers are on the D card, that 5 and 9 reading is very good, as Poe is excellent. Curled to Des Bryant, incomplete on the quarterback card. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. 3rd and 10. 4:30 to go in the game. Bond to Cole Beasley. There's a blitz coming, but there's no linebacker help on the blitz, so not very good chances. There's a penalty down, incomplete, but there's a hold. Now holding against the Cowboys. That'll be declined. That'll be 4th and 10. There's enough time here that Tim will punt it away. Not quite desperation time where you have to go for it. If you've been throwing short, I think that's a completion on Rome. Punt to McCluster. Remember, he has a good punt return card. Only gets an 8. That's still decent, but he could have easily got one of those double-digit numbers. So, Charles, remember, he's got down to 5 unfatigued carries, which really you can take that up to 8 or 9. So he's in good shape, 354 to go. Tim might be aggressive with the keys here again, trying to force a fumble. Crossing pattern to Bo against the pass call. 2 solid chances for sacks if it's a D. It is a D, but it hit one of the other ones, which will not be a sack. The D card's pretty juicy on the Cowboys, but hits a receiver reading, misses Bo's card. The Chiefs receivers are not that great. Turn the light on, Hunty. 2nd and 10, slant to Fasano, 4-man in zone. There it is. That D card is so tough to defend with. And then a personal foul against the Cowboys takes the ball up to the Dallas 46-yard line. So you had the 11-yard completion for the first down. Tack on another 15. That's a 26-yard gain. Just when the Cowboys needed a stop, the Chiefs will take it. But that's the refs are making their presence known. Let's look at the box score penalty-wise. 7 for 44 against the Cowboys and 5 for 50 against the Chiefs. This has been pretty even penalty-wise. Advantage of the Chiefs. Cowboys have gotten more called. Right, off tackle right to Jamal Charles being keyed. If it hits that fumble split, it does not, but still, that was a chance for a turnover there. Charles has run 23 times for 103 yards. 4 unfatigued runs left, 2:42 to go in the game. If you're going to key, you're going to open yourself up to the flat passes. But now, once Tim's shown that, he could easily flood those flats or double up in the look-in zone to try to get that interception split. A lot of cat and mouse game going on here. 2:42 to go in the game, 2nd and 9, 4th quarter. Crossing pattern to Bo against the short yardage defense. If it hits the D card, that's going to be a completion. But it hits a blank on Alex Smith's card. As good as he's been in the second half, he did not come through in that spot. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Huge play here. All the Cowboys want is one more chance to get the ball back and drive for a touchdown. And the Chiefs just want to pick up another first down. Remember, only double teams allowed here. He does double team 2 people. It's a pitch out right to Charles. Picks up 6, but there's a penalty. That'll be 3rd and 14. So Dan was playing it safe. Tim's got to feel good about stopping him here. You don't expect him to go deep. You might see an off tackle trying to break contain with a white die 3. For those linebackers rated 4, 5, or 4, the white die 1 or 2 will contain. Down and out to Charles, 3-man in zone. Plus 12 and a penalty. Offsides against Dallas. So you got a choice, 4th and 2 or 3rd and 9. I think you got to take the penalty, eats up more clock, and take one more crack at it. And he does. I mean, you could have gone for it on 4th and 2, but if you get stopped there, he's in decent field position with all 3 timeouts left and the 2-minute warning. So here we go, 3rd and 9. You're going to see a short pass or a run here. And Dallas will use his 2 extra DBs, the free safety and the extra DB to double team 2 receivers. No, we only double teams 1. Crossing pattern to Dwayne Bowe being single cover, but 4-man in zone. Sack chance, defender X. And Brandon Carr at his 4 rating makes the play. So the Chiefs will punt. The Cowboys hold. If it had hit 5 or 6 there, would have been a first down. Coffin corner punt to the 9. 1:52 to go in the game. The Cowboys have to have a touchdown, and they need to go 91 yards in order to win this Super Bowl. My, oh my. Two tight end set. The Chiefs answer with a 3-3-5. Can Murray hit one of his big numbers? Remember, Dallas still has 3 timeouts left. He does try to go pitch out left. It was a run call, but the free safety was in the wrong end, and the defensive end could not make the play. Allen Bailey 0 against the wide die 6. So that's a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. 1:45 to go. He got out of bounds. That's a big. The getting out of bounds is probably more important than the 5 yards, just to stop the clock and preserve your timeouts. Fly to Des Bryant, 2-minute zone. Romo hits on 4 and 9 there, and possibly on a must run could get a few yards, but he misses. So 3rd and 5. Again, we saw the white die 6 come up for the Chiefs in a big spot. Well, the Cowboys try to throw a flat pass at the 5 rated Justin Houston. I'm sorry, the 5 rated Tamba Hali, and try to pick up a first down that way. Quick out left to Witten. They do try to hit it, and it does get the white die 6, but it's a receiver reading, and Witten picks up 7 yards, first down Cowboys. 1:30 to go. 79 yards to go. You keep getting out of bounds and able to save those timeouts. That's big. That's a big play. Romo over 300 yards now. Again, you can run still. You can call your timeouts. You can try to hit one of those big off-tackle numbers or hit a short gain off-tackle with Murray. Off-tackle left to Murray, but there's a man there, and that's a fumble. Who's got the ball? The Cowboys. McKenzie Bernadou makes a game-saving fumble recovery and jumps on it. 2nd and 11, 107. More important than the loss of yards is the time they ran off the clock. He went to hurry up, which took it to 107. That's you gotta matriculate that ball down the field. 4-minute zone short pass, guessed right. 16% chance of a sack. It won't be a sack. Hits Romo's plus 12. First down. Use the timeout. Cowboys up to the 32-yard line. $68 yards to go. 1 minute left in the game. 2013 card set, NSFL Super Bowl. Chiefs, Cowboys. Oh my. 2 timeouts left for the boys. Well, he tried to run off tackle. Now he goes for a fly. 1 man in zone to Des Bryant. Romo's got two decent numbers there. 4 and 9, but he does not roll it. He rolls a 7. 2nd and 10. 52 seconds left. So Tim's getting to that desperation spot. You need a big hit from Murray, or you need a big hit from Romo, or white die 6 that gets you one of those plus 23 or plus 30s. Let's see what happens here. Off tackle right to Murray. There's a man there. Linebacker in zone -2, plus 4. So he's shooting for one of those off tackle rolls. Did not make it. Lost 2 yards. Another time needed to call a timeout. 70 yards to go. 45 seconds left. 3rd and 12. Things are looking grim for the Cowboys. They need a big play. Murray's not been really able to take advantage of that T card. It's a long pass to Bryant, 1 man in zone, 18% chance of a sack. First of all, let's see what happens there. No sack. Did not hit a roll on Romo's card. 4th and 12. If he had thrown short there, that would have been a first down. But again, you got to get up the field quickly. A field goal is not good enough. You got to get in the end zone. So the Cowboys are trying to hit that 9 on Romo's card. Game-saving 9. 4th and 12. Hard to throw short here because If it doesn't hit a receiver reading for good yardage, the quarterback card might fall short. It's a crossing pattern to Terrence Williams. He's got good receiver reading numbers. Hits a blank on the D card, and that is it. The Chiefs are your 2013 NSFL Super Bowl champions. So third time is not the charm for Tim and his championship aspirations, but he's won his fair share of championships in other leagues. Maybe even NSFL, I'm not sure. I don't have a list of the past champions here. But that's going to do it. So great job. It was an exciting game. It was fun to call. And I hope you enjoyed it. So heartbreak for the Cowboys. But elation for the Kansas City Chiefs and the new champion of the NSFL, Dan Thorhauer. Good game, says Dan. I'm going to wish him well and congratulations. I'm sure Tim's going to do the same. And thanks for tuning in. It was a nice, brisk 1.5 hour game. And now I need to get back and get some honeydews done. All right, man. Thanks for tuning in. Check you later, people. Peace out.